Here we go.
How to find divorced woman with low confidence. Head over to Facebook, type in wedding ring. Pretty self-explanatory. You're not going to sell a wedding ring if you're not divorced. Quick tip, the newer their listing is, the lower confidence they have. And you can also sort it by highest price. Now, this does not mean they're rich, but their ex-husband is rich and they're probably getting royalties. Now, DM everybody you can that's near you. The success rate on this is not that high, so even if you go 2 for 100, that's still great. You're so beautiful. Thank you. Look, her confidence is so low, she can't even take a compliment. Are you single? Technically, I'm married, but I'm getting a divorce. Sounds rough. So is this not the right time? LOL. It's fun times. That depends. LOL. I was done with the marriage before I started, and it was just a dumb decision and me being younger. LOL. I wasn't even talking about the marriage. I was talking about me talking to you. Is this the right time? But I said, yeah, marriage isn't easy. Not with someone who only cares about themselves. LOL. I don't know how it feels, but I said I know how it feels. Yeah, it sucks, booty. We should hang out sometime and trauma dump each other. I'm down. You should add my snap because I hate marketplace messages. So I got the snap. I really cut it off right here. I don't got time to be a shoulder to cry on. I got more things to worry about. But this just shows you that.
So that right there is a video telling guys how to kind of like find low confidence women. So let me ask this question from that video. I think TikTok is dangerous because we're sharing stuff that like is unnecessary. Obviously there's some good stuff on there, but majority is just bullshit. So in my opinion, I think it should be gone. But what do you think? Should it be here? Should it stay? But TikTok is a crazy place.
I disagree with you. I genuinely, I can put it like this. So like when the earlier question, when you asked like when the girl's sharing about like her herpes and everything like that, and her sharing it on TikTok, one, I feel like that's aware to like all men to not, in a sense, fuck with her, because if you fuck with her, you know what's happening once you do that. But girls being on Twitter, I just got chlamydia, like on some dumb shit, something that you could like resolve or fix. Like HIV, you're not gonna fix that. So I do believe a lot of people are selling their privacy for content, and at the end of the day, if that's what sells for them and they make money off it, you know, it just goes down the rabbit hole as in every other business that's in social media. So, but I fuck with it still, so I don't know, I like it.
All right. What about you?
I think the app is fine, but like those people who choose to put like post out of pocket things, like they could regret it later, but that's their own personal issue. So the app's fine.
All right.
I think it's great for branding and content. You know, it's definitely a great app for that. It's a platform to use for yourself, but it definitely gets out of line and out of pocket when people are definitely opening up about their deep private things that definitely probably should keep to themselves.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with everyone.
Yeah.
Same here. like I said, you can just keep scrolling. A lot of people do stupid things. So, I mean, as long as it's not really affecting you, I don't care.
Okay. All right. And for you?
Same.
Something different. That was great. Okay. Yeah. So, like I said before, if it's taken on a Sunday, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. But then again, for freedom of speech, I guess, right? So.
Right.
Yeah. It's tough right here, bro.
It's only dangerous because it's a cross-platform as well, too. So it's kind of like you're saying, I have herpes in the United States, and next thing you know, you fucking people in China know you have herpes type shit.
Thing is, I was going to show it, but it's kind of like weird, man.
What, the girl talking about it?
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, we could watch it, but that's
No.
We don't have to.
So weird.
That's weird shit.
But even with the guy trying to find women with no confidence, the fact that that's even content, you know, like
that's crazy to me.
Like these girls are heartbroken. This is how you're gonna get them. Just look up the rings and then message them, and then next thing you know, you could like end up fucking them and doing whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, it's funny, but it's
funny, but it's true at the same time.
Yeah.
Content.
What do you think? TikTok should stay, go?
It's made people stupider. That's stupid. Most modern women are. It's made them stupider. I'll say that. It's mindless entertainment. A lot of it is. I mean, if guys are smart, they can use it to, because women tell on themselves.
Female nature.
Right. Tells a lot. I mean, right there in that. Those are some red pill truths right there in that text message. I married the guy even though I didn't really like him. So it goes to show that just because you marry a girl doesn't necessarily mean that she reciprocates and likes you. She might get with you for other means, right? Like women have multiple uses for men, and sometimes it's just simply security and nothing else. So I think if anything, it makes stupider and exposes their nature in a lot of cases if guys are intelligent. I think the biggest thing to do is post on there and not actually use it. Like me, I don't scroll on TikTok ever. I have a TikTok account, but I've been banned
6-7
million times.
Yeah.
You know, 30. Yeah. I mean, I have somebody else. I have access to it, but like someone else posts the stuff on there, and I just don't use it because I do think it makes you stupider. I prefer, obviously X. Twitter, because I use that for news, and obviously, I'm able to be far more political on there and have, just higher IQ conversations with higher IQ people. I mean, there's still idiots on Twitter. Don't get it twisted, but I'd argue that if we were to take the average person on X versus the average person on TikTok, there's the average person on TikTok that scrolls on it all the time is a fucking retard. Let's just be honest. Anyone that's mindlessly scrolling through a lot of the times are.
Bro, that's every girl after work.
Most women, kids.
Bro.
You know what I mean? It's like a very bad way to waste time. So, not saying that people on TikTok or on Twitter are smarter. There's a lot of idiots on Twitter as well. But like, if you know what you're doing on Twitter, you can absolutely like use it to your advantage. Now, there's news on TikTok too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You can absolutely find news on TikTok, but it's just not as it's not free speech. Yeah. So since it's not free speech, you can't actually really be political on there unless you're left leaning.
Yeah.
If you're a liberal, of course you can go on there and say there's 99 genders and women's rights, shit like that. But you can't have any real conservative takes on TikTok without getting banned.
So there's a hack on TikTok that I figured out with girls, right? So let's say, for example, I'm talking to this chick. I want to know more about her, what she's about. I can go to her TikTok page. Well, for one, look what she posts.
Or the reposts.
And then go to reposts, yeah. So you can actually see what she's really about and what she actually likes. And if that's her mentality, you can kind of gauge where she's at mentally, which is kind of funny because most mental health is not really in a good place. But either way, though, TikTok I think is a cancer to society in a way, and I think it's bad. But again, freedom of speech is a thing too as well. So it's a give and take there.
I think TikTok is just a nice spin-off version. Yeah, remember when Vine was around?
Yeah.
So it's just genuinely like a nice spin-off version from just having 15 seconds to now like 60 to 10, even though it might be mindless content to a lot of women probably. But if you fix your algorithm, I'm very picky with my algorithm. Like there's just certain things that I need to see. Like,
well, the problem is when you actually hit accept and agree on TikTok, it says it literally is taking over your phone basically. All the data is sent to them.
Yeah, it's the most invasive app by far when it comes to data collection.
Which means everything you do
at
is
this
tracked.
point, Fresh, you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
What's not tracked? What's not stealing our data at this point?
I agree, but
like
here's the issue,
everything is like a mind trap at this point. Any app, even if we all, let's say TikTok goes away, we get Red Note. Whatever data Red Note has to receive from that, whatever data Facebook receive from that, or Instagram, like it's all taking data regardless.
And you're just your phone in general.
It's just your phone, so it's up to you what you want to put on your phone, type thing.
I agree. Well, the problem is that, like, if it's a foreign intelligence agency having your information like that, where Americans are dumbing themselves down, actually being a part of that culture, then it's easy to take over because you guys are.
I mean, everybody's at this point.
I mean, they tried to substantiate that with China before, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna take away TikTok because it's a China invasion app, and then they never did anything. But once it started becoming critical of a certain state in the Middle East,
then
now they want to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Because they were very pro. I that's why I snapped and I went like that. Relax, I got it, Mo.
So that's kind of what it is with TikTok, right? But the other thing too, also with TikTok, and I was talking about this earlier, it kind of from a creator standpoint, it allows to shine. Why? Because what I've realized is, if you got a platform, right, long form content, and you do a podcast, you do a talk show, you do any of this other stuff, it's very easy to go backwards and chop it up, put bits on TikTok, etc. Cool. But people that start on TikTok and try to migrate over to more long form content, they always fail. They're not as they don't do as well. I mean, I was breaking down a debate today between two idiots, Emily Saves America and Dean Withers. They both have sizable TikTok accounts, but during the course of their debates, I was like, both of these people are idiots. She can't argue a point, and he's using stupid, typical left-leaning, obfuscating talking points to try to, refute what she's saying, and she's too dumb to realize. And that's kind of what it is. Like, TikTok creators, I've realized most of them are, because the smart people are doing a long-form stuff, and they're able to go backwards to TikTok. But the creators that are big on TikTok, a lot of the times, that's where they're big. they're not big anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's just what I've come to realize. Like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, that always can work backwards, but it doesn't work the other way around with TikTok. How many times we brought girls that are big on TikTok here? Fucking
It's like
idiots.
no brain.
No brain.
It's
Because like it's easy to be entertaining for 5 or 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Hell, even a minute.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to be able to captivate an audience for long form content without your titties out, which that's the reality for most creators.
That's very true.
Right? Very few women can like captivate an audience without sexualizing themselves. I can only think of like maybe 3 or 4 in my top of my head right now. Right? Candace Owens,
Pearl,
Laura Loomer, right?
Laura,
Like, and these women, they use their brain, which is great, but
Oprah.
most don't
Oprah.
that are creators. So
Yeah.
most of them have to sexualize themselves, and that's what it is, and it doesn't go the other way around.
Good point.